Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the South Australian Volleyball League Premier Preliminary Finals. We've got two powerhouse women's units here in USC and South Adelaide. They have played against each other for the last, 10 years in finals. So we're set for an absolute belter here. A lot of history between these two sides, and two sides that know each other really well. I think match up against each other really well, and we're set for some really high-level volleyball. Millie Campbell, welcome to you.
Thank you, Connor. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. Last game was very good, I thought. The men put up a really good fight for Lofty, and Austral came out the winners in the end. But fantastic game early, so I think this one is going to be just as good, if not better, to be honest. I'm pretty excited for this one. This
would be a rematch of last year's grand final, if I'm correct?
I think you are correct. I think these sides, have a very long history of playing each other in finals. And to be honest, even if you ask the girls at South, I think they'll be very upfront in saying USC historically has the upper hand in those matchups with South. Realistically, the sad story of Premier League in their ability to get to grand finals and not convert. But will this be their year? Time will tell. I think this is as good a shot as they've ever had. Austral have already booked their ticket into the grand final last week, where we saw a win over the... Who'd they put? Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, of course. It was a fantastic game where Austral did come out on top, so they've booked their ticket into the grand final and will be playing the victor of today's match. So, predictions, Millie? What are we thinking from this one?
Look, it's hard to tell. You're going to hate me because it is. I'm going to give you a nothing answer. I think, looking at the teams right now, South is so experienced. As you said, they've got a long history of playing finals, and this team has been together literally forever. I was just speaking to Coach Maicon, and he said if this is the best shot that South probably will have. They are so experienced. They've been literally waiting for this, building for this for years. So I think if they can come hard from the start with all that experience that they've got, I think they'll be able to do well. On the other hand, USC is a bit of a younger team, but they do have so much depth. They've got a lot of players on the bench right now, so they'll be able to make any changes, and when they're making a change, it will be the ability to make big changes. They've pretty much got a whole team spare on the bench there. So I think it could go either way, but I do think South, perhaps just because of all that experience, and they had a great end to their minor round season. I think they're really strong, and USC, I think, is feeling the absence of Nush at the moment. What about you?
Yeah, I was really impressed with USC's performance last week. I think I described it as quite gutsy against Austral. And I think they're going to need to show that same grit and determination in this one, because I do think that the matchup probably favours South a little bit this time. Like you said, with that absence of Danusha, I think there is potentially some holes there for South to exploit. But there were some really noticeable performances from USC last week. One in particular, the young lady on serve here, Ava. So I think she's going to go a long way in this one if USC do put up a really good fight today and get the chocolates over South. I think Ava's going to have to play a really good game, and I think Tara's going to have to play a really good game, who they obviously rely on quite heavily. She's their captain, and they will require pulling on that experience at times today. So if those two play a good game, then I think USC are a good chance, but I think across the board, South are probably a little bit stronger and do have that touch more experience, like you said. So wouldn't be surprised if it goes to the wire, and if we see a 5-setter here, it wouldn't be a shock.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
But it's also worth noting, we also can't go against our commentary partner in Elkie Jarvis on serve here, so we have to stay loyal. As we see a really good swing there from Tyler Kendall through the middle. Takes USC out to an early lead of 3-2. Oh, big swing from the right-hand side. Sarah Gould with that left hand.
It's hard to stop.
Very hard to stop. A lot of power, a lot of ball speed, and fantastic spot to hit that ball, challenging that cross-court defense.
Rare service error there from Vicky. There's been a couple already in this game from both sides, so perhaps a couple of nerves early on here, which I think we've seen in every single final so far. And they kind of disappear throughout the match, those kind of unforced errors.
Yeah, actually, we saw them quite a bit from South last week, and I was going to touch on that, actually. So South started their game really slowly. They played Mount Lofty. I think it was a little faux pas from me earlier. I think might have mentioned that USC played Lofty. However, USC played Austral and had the double chance for finishing top 2. So South actually went through after beating Mount Lofty after starting really, really slowly. And throughout the game, you could tell that they were just nervous at the start, and they really settled into their rhythm, largely off the back of, again, some really good individual performances, but Chloe Jarvis in particular, defensively was a brick wall, making some exceptional touches in the back row. So it does actually look like, wow, as we see a really good run through the middle there by Simone, it does actually look like they've potentially even a little bit more settled this week than last week, settled their nerves for the entire series. So
yeah, I'd agree. They look quite calm out there. It looks controlled no matter which way the point is falling. South doesn't seem to be fazed by it. Obviously, it is only early days and point for point at the moment, but they're looking very calm and very cohesive at the moment.
Yeah, I think looks like a little bit of an ace there from Dana. Not the biggest serve we've seen from Dana, but still able to find the point. Yeah, it looks like they might even be a little bit out of rotation here, USC. Like it. Oh, no, they're fine. Yeah, it looks like they're really enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
They had a good laugh after that ace. They did a little bit of an ace dance. Little things like that. They do just help settle those nerves if there are any, and just get them into the rhythm that they need to be in if they are going to go deep into this final series and challenge the best teams, which they are so far. Good deep serve by Rory, but well handled by Elkie. South just not able to find that slide. Simone just going a little bit long on that. Wasn't the most convincing slide run I've seen, but they do use their middles really well, South, and it was a real point of last week is how well they did use their middles as they're trying to hit my coffee. That serve going a little bit long.
I was going to mention last week, that was really a big battle of the middles, and South's middles were incredible. There were so many points through the middle.
Yeah, they were as high quality as we've seen from any side. Although we did see that Austral USC game, they were also very strong through the middle and potentially... Ooh. Jackie, top ref, letting that one go. There was a few appeals there from South for the sticky hand of Scarlett in the front court, but allowed the play to keep going, and importantly, we see a fantastic rally that South come out on top of anyway.
Ava with the pass and kill. She did that so well in the last game. She was passing everything and defending so well. She was just an asset all around the court. It wasn't one of those ones where you're like, oh, thank God that player's in the back row now. They can't do as much damage because she was winning points from everywhere.
Yeah, she really impacted everywhere, didn't she? She was fantastic defensively, made a lot of touches down at her toes and has an ability to get back to her feet really quickly, just like we saw from Ryan Scudder in that last game.
I was about to say that. Yeah, Ava and Ryan, two of a kind, really.
A little bit of an errant swing from Elke. She won't be happy with that one.
She won't be. You could see what she was trying to do, just turn it down the line there. Hoping that the setter had run in early, but just a bit long.
Yeah, typically if you see Elke upset in a game after a mistake, she's actually not happy with the choice she made. I've spoken to her about this before, but she's in a headspace where she doesn't really care if she misses or makes a skill error, because essentially they're just going to happen. But if she makes a poor choice, she thinks that that's completely controllable, and she'll be really down on herself for that. So saw a little bit of an expression there after that ball sailed out, and she wasn't very happy with her work. So I think she, in her own mind, thinks that that was potentially a poor choice. Probably could have just gone deep cross with it, but she's as good as anyone in the business, and she'll have already moved on. As we see her in serve reception there, nailing that pass, able to get the middle involved early. A good high roll, equally as good touch. We were just speaking about Ava's defense. That is an exceptional touch from the back of the court there, with the high roll shot from Sarah Gould over the top of that block.
Great cover there from USC. And South with a middle attack of their own. This time Vicky puts it away for them.
Yeah, I like that. Reward your middle blocker. Vicky making a really good touch, and you're right. It was fantastically handled by the USC defense, getting that block cover back up. Tyler went for the aggressive push. She wasn't in a fantastic position. Did quite a good job. But Vicky getting it done in transition.
Courtney Green finds a gap in the block and exploits it. That was a great swing.
Oh, another great swing from Vicky. Approached as if she was going to hit that ball to 5 and then just turned late to hit it back across her body, finding the defender in 1 in an awkward position. Beat her for speed, essentially, but fantastic late turn there. Courtney again finding the court. So not a lot of rally play early.
Yeah.
A lot of side-out volleyball, point for point. We've got USC with a 1-point advantage at 13-12, but it's been a fast start to this game. Really, like we said, not much rally play, just two teams that have got their offense going at the moment. So I think maybe first team to really sort out their defense will have a good opportunity to take this one, I think.
Yeah. Love to see that aggression from Scarlett there. Bit of a tight pass and she just put it away. Don't worry about setting her hitter. She'll deal with it herself.
Hitters are overrated, aren't they? Oh, that's a great serve there from Tara Malin. Short on Elke. just dropping really late, that one, the float serve, and takes him out to a 3-point advantage. So we were just saying how it was point for point, and USC just got a little mini break there in the last couple, and Taj Patterson, aware of it, and wants to put a stop to it nice and early. So rightly calls that timeout for South at 12:15. So we will take this time to thank our partners here at Volleyball South Australia. So we'd love to thank our presenting partner in the Arkaba, our principal partner Peligra, our exclusive vehicle sponsor Mahindra, our charity partner Zara Foundation, our official apparel partner Valor, which keeps all of our staff here looking smart. And we would also love to say a big thank you to Wakefield Sports, who keep our athletes fit and healthy, and all of our other key partners in Nippies, Macassar, Sassy, City of Holdfast Bay and the City of Salisbury for their ongoing support to Volleyball South Australia. As the players return to court, it'll be USC on serve through Tara. It'll be interesting to see if she goes after that passing line up of Dana and Elke again, see if she goes short or tries to test them deep. Looks like she's elected for deep, and Elke's up to the task.
Free ball for USC here. See if they can convert. Oh, they can. Through Courtney again. She's got some pretty big shoes to fill coming into Nush's role, but she's doing a really good job, as she did last week, proving that she's just as deserving to be on this team as they play off for a spot in the grand final.
Yeah, we saw Courtney and Erin Tajaga, who's currently on the bench, sort of alternate who was on the court last week, and they both did a really good job of playing their role. I liked that in that point, Scarlett did push that long option as well. Had the opportunity to use the middle or potentially go the easy option to the opposite, but did notice that South Adelaide middle had moved across with her to the left side. So pushed that long option, gave Courtney all the court to hit, and made a good swing down the line, and she's elected to go for that line again, just not able to find the court on that occasion. But you're right, they are looking, they're not scared of using her.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Good pass there by Jasmine, and a bit of an awkward approach from Ava, but managing to get a good swing on it. And Tara standing up, getting it done for her side. Back A option, a good one there for Scarlett. It's a good choice.
Yeah, Scarlett's really moving that offense around early, forcing the South blockers to think about what they're doing, and yeah, force all of South to think about how they'll set up their defense.
Yeah, she is quite an aggressive setter. She always has been. She's not afraid to use her strength and push that long option, where a lot of other setters would often elect to go the easier choice. She is brave. She takes the game on. Doesn't always pay off, but when it does, it's very effective. Great touch there by Tara. Unfortunately, double contact called on the second touch there for USC, as that ball was travelling over the net. So after that timeout, South Adelaide have just maintained still that 3-point deficit to USC. It's just a big swing from Ava. Bowie in a good position, but not able to keep that one on the south side of the net. That brings Rory to the service line, who was used as a service sub last week for another middle.
Oh, and she gets the ace, showing why she is a service sub.
On cue.
Well blocked there by Ava. And again, South just can't keep it on their side. That one goes over and out.
Yeah, it takes them out to a really strong advantage now. So USC 21 serving 15. So 6-point gap here. And South struggling to side out.
Dana with a great aggressive pipe there.
Fantastic chase from Courtney Green, who started this set quite well. Just wasn't able to control it in the end. She did actually get there to make that second touch, but fantastic efforts to no avail in the end.
Well dug by Dana there. Good swing from Sarah Gould as well. Smart tip from Ava, but well picked up by Elke. Unfortunately, just can't get some more hands to that to get it over the net.
Timeout number 2 used by Coach Taj Patterson here for South. So USC edging closer to taking this first set. They are 22 and South are 16. So pretty much message here for USC will be pretty simple. Side out, keep it simple. South really looking to get their game going, potentially defensively, not quite making the touches that they'd want to early on in this game. Even that last point there, that tip over the block, was well touched by Elke, but then unable to convert it into an attack for themselves. So I think they'll be doing a lot of work in that coach's box to try and figure out how they get their defense to offense working a little bit smoother.
I think they'd also like to just tidy up the serve receive a little bit. Last week it was pretty impeccable from South. Elke and Chloe especially were passing really well, and it was really opening up their offensive options for them. Now I feel like in this game, it's probably not quite as good as Elke gets a great kill there. Yeah, I feel like they'd be looking to just tighten that up a bit and help the setter out so she's got all 3 options, well, beyond 3. She's got every option possible.
And an ace for South, and an ace dance to follow. So they're not going away, South Adelaide. Draws them closer. Now to 18-22, so 4 points away from tying it up here in the first set.
Great serve there again.
Yeah, makes it awkward and just making contact with the net there, Scarlett, with her platform. So rightly called there from Jackie. Long, deliberate service action from Kim, you spoke about last week.
It's really off-putting.
Oh,
well dug by Dana. And South in a good spot to block, but it just comes down on their side of the net.
Yeah, Vicky putting her hand up there, just didn't quite penetrate as much as she would have liked to. Ava finding that weak point in the block and making South pay.
Good make off of that one. That was a very low pass into Kim, but South manages to capitalize on that one.
And Courtney Green finding that space.
She's
down the line again. She's definitely very actively looking for that shot. South Adelaide fine with giving it to her. It'll be interesting to see if they do make an adjustment with that block, because they are showing her quite a bit of line. Good move there from Dana, but takes herself out of the attack. So Kim's forced to go to that right-hand side, and on this occasion, Sarah not able to find the court. So that'll be 4 touches on South Adelaide's side, which will end the set there for South Adelaide. So USC take the first set, 25-20, and felt like it went pretty quick.
Yeah, that did feel like a quick set. Probably because at the start, it was really point for point, side out volleyball. We didn't see many rallies. I think we saw a few more towards the end. But yeah, both sides are pretty keen to put it away as soon as possible. I think, yeah, reflected in the quick set time. Yeah,
USC looked very relaxed here as well, just meandering over to the other side of the net, really. They not too phased at all. Celebrations were pretty subdued there as well after taking that first set. So they're potentially on a business trip here. They look pretty well settled. They look pretty ready for this fight. South Adelaide need to get their defense going. I think if they do, then they're a really good chance to still come back in this match. I think my money still lies with South, but very professional performance there in the opening set from USC. And speaking of professional performances, there's none better than the Arkaba. Huge thank you to the Arkaba Hotel, the presenting partner of the South Australian Volleyball League Premier livestream. Their support has been instrumental in helping grow the reach, professionalism and overall presentation of our competition. From social celebrations to corporate occasions, the team at the Ark prides itself on creating the perfect function spaces for every milestone event. So book your event there today.
What do you think South needs to do in this set to lift their game a bit?
I think they need to stay in rallies more. I think the longer they rally, I think the stronger that they are, and the more opportunities that naturally are going to present for them to get the ball through the middle. And I think ultimately they need to get more volume through the middle, whether that is because they're winning that matchup through the middle or because it frees up their outsides to get those better matchups a bit later in the point. They do need to find a way to get them involved a little bit more. So either serve reception or find a way in defense just to rally that little bit more so you get more opportunities in points. So I think that'll ultimately be the message from Taj. Will be, let's tidy up our defense, work a little bit harder. I think they're getting good looks. I just don't think they're making the touches that they'd want to be making at this stage.
Yeah, definitely. And as I mentioned before, in contrast to last week where their defense was amazing, really, and kept them in a lot of long rallies, I think they'd really be looking, as you said, to find that and dig deep in this game.
Oh, Dana finding the winner on the pipe with the help of the net. Just clipping the tape and evading the USC defense on that occasion. Good start for South Adelaide, 1-0, and they've got Kim Wigg on serve, who, as we saw last week, is privy to a service run, and I think went on a little run in the first set as well.
Good spot on that block, but it's just come off Vicky's hands and out of the court. We're still seeing that kind of side-out volleyball. Not as many rallies, obviously. Only 2 points in. Good serve from Ava there. Going for the same spot.
So we saw it in the first set. It looked like Tara was going after Elke when she was the front court pass hitter there, just dropping it short on her. Looks like Ava's doing the same thing. So there might be a very clear plan here to go after that front court pass hitter in Elke and see if they can work her over. But on this case, just acing her sister Chloe instead. So Ava following up her good work from last week. Getting it done from the service line here. There's some really strong serves.
Vicky having none of it. She puts that one away.
Yeah, Dana making a really positive move there, presenting a really well-formed platform, getting that ball into the net.
Yeah, when South is able to give themselves the opportunity to put up a strong attack, then they're really effective. But I just think in this game, especially compared to last week, they haven't created as many of those opportunities. However, a great ace from Elke there.
Oh, and again, beats Courtney on that occasion, but they're able to keep the ball alive, USC, give the free ball over to South and not able to capitalise. And USC able to run the middle in return. So takes them now out to another little buffer here. So 5-3, got Tyler Kendall going back on serve. Nice early lead for USC. They'd be happy with the way they've started this second set. Tyler Kendall won't be happy with that one, though.
Another middle set where they're just not quite connecting here. Not to worry, huge block through the middle there.
Big block from Rory. Great technique. You'll see her hands penetrate the net here, get up and over the plane of the net, direct that ball back to the floor on South side. So well done, good read on the pipe as well.
Caught South standing around a bit there. So that leads back to the point that you made that they'd really be looking to tidy up their defense here and get a few more touches on these balls that they usually do get touches on. Vibes are high on the South side, though.
A little bit of a train action there from the South girls.
And South will be riding yesterday's high. Their Resi's women came away with a gold medal in a 5-set thriller against the Nord Bears. They reverse swept them, so they would be pretty stoked about that. And some of those girls are on South's bench, so...
I may have a little bit of intel there, but we might come back to that a little bit later. We see another good block there from USC, so Scarlett getting the block kill on that occasion. Every setter loves a block kill. Often the more undersized players on the court, so when you do get that opportunity to get a block kill, you've got to make everyone aware.
Oh, Courtney with a great serve there. Simone just not able to chase it down and bring it back in. So the score is 9-5 to USC, and they're looking pretty comfortable, pretty confident, but South isn't looking defeated, which is good to see. I think it's always unfortunate when there's not really that many points between sides and the team that's down starts looking really flat, like they've already lost the game. I think if you can keep your spirits up like South appears to be, then you're in with a much better shot.
Everyone really engaged here in the USC huddle by the looks of it. Direction is very clear. Tara talking to her team. Looked like she's just saying, keep going, girls. Keep doing what we're doing. It's paying off, so don't stray from that. So clear message from USC. Looks like they're very settled and very happy with what they're doing. So
bit of dancing from Brianna Kelly there as well, and she's just made some hand signs to us. So perhaps the focus a little bit lost on her, but maybe she's just keeping the vibes high.
So USC out of system, but Avis finding a really good spot there into the block of Kim Wigg, which was falling down. potentially could have been called the first contact, but Jackie adjudicating that block to be above the height of the net, point to be played on, but nevertheless, USC still coming up the victors of that point.
Well passed by Elke there.
And a big swing from Dana in 4, so that'll be a good energy boost for South. As we see Dana now going back to serve, so she's a good server, Dana. She can get on a little run at times as well. Very hard, flat serve, so see if she takes some energy from that swing and puts it into this serve. Ooh. No serve.
Another reliable server here in Rory. So we'll see what she can do at the service line.
Surely it can't be another commentator's curse.
Oh my God. Yep, so no more comments from us prior to the serve. That's it.
Well, if you are watching along at home, please feel free to turn the commentary off and watch the game in silence.
Hit that mute button. There's Scarlett's aggression showing. And there's Ava's.
Kim Wigg electing not to go with the outside hitter there, which proved to be a poor choice. Got caught watching, left Vicky out to dry. You just see her pull there, and Ava having none of it. Oh, and a great serve down the line from Scarlett. So USC again pulling away a little bit. 13-7, and we're going to see a sub here from South Adelaide. It looks like Ella Salivic coming on for our girl Elke. So Elke looked like she was being targeted a little bit in that passing lineup. Scarlett going at her down the line. So a little change here. See if the serve goes to that sub in Ella.
Did you just curse it again?
Potentially.
I'm zoned out. No comment there from us, but still a long serve, so it might not be our fault. Shout out Ava with the ace. Serve in, curse broken. We can get back to commentating. Ava
looks really good from the service line. She's got a lot of energy through her approach. Really aggressive with the serve. Even if it's not massive ball speed, it's still very intentional.
Well
which I think is the important thing in any slow action. Whether you're rolling the ball, trying to do anything with control, it's important not to change too much. And Ava approaching hard, jumping high, contacting it high. There's a lot of intention behind that serve, and she looks like the most damaging player on the court at the moment to me.
Yeah, I would agree.
And that takes USC now to 16-8. So dominance here early from USC Lion over South Adelaide. South Adelaide have to find something pretty quick. Otherwise, this second set will go just as fast as that first set.
We'll take this time now as well just to thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Peligra, the principal partner of VSA, our exclusive vehicle sponsor Mahindra, our charity partner the Zara Foundation, our official apparel partner Valor, our exclusive physiotherapy partner Wakefield Sports, and also our key partners Nippy, Mikasa, Sassy, the City of Holdfast Bay and the City of Salisbury for all their ongoing support.
See a great pass from Chloe straight out of that timeout. Ella Salivic, we saw her enter the court not that long ago, gets an opportunity in attack there, but misses a little wide. Didn't miss the block by much, but not able to come up with the point on this occasion.
Vicky again turning it to 1. It's proving to be really effective for her and very hard to defend for USC.
And Elke coming back onto the court now in the back row. So just reversing that sub, potentially just giving her a little bit of a break. We see a good serve into the seam there, but well handled by Jasmine, libero for USC. And equally well handled from Scarlett, who set a really nice set over her head to Tara.
Vicky going back to serve now. South has got quite a bit of work to do. We'll see how they decide to do it. But they're under a lot of pressure at the moment from USC. USC is siding out really quickly every time.
Yeah, it's a really smart swing there by Courtney, and it looks like USC made a little change in serve reception. So South were putting the pressure on USC from the service line. They were going after Courtney Green a little bit. But it looks like in that last rotation, they were able to bring Tara in, who has played libero for Australia, but is currently playing opposite. So typically, your opposite isn't in the service reception rotation, but USC able to play to their strengths, bring her in and help Courtney out. Feed her up in that last attack. And
nice cross-court swing there from Sarah to finish the point. Finally, a long rally in this match.
And yet again, you see Tara brought into this pass. You've got Courtney up at the net. So just looking to give her a little bit more time on her attack approach. Good serve from Sarah, gets the ace.
Yeah, that'd be what South is looking for, just to stop USC from siding out straight away there, so they can hopefully get on a bit of a run and build some momentum. Another good serve from Sarah there.
Oh, no. Kim pulling again. Just going into the space of Sarah Gould as the opposite. Bit of an uncommitted touch. Something that coaches struggle with watching on.
Nice swing there from Dana. South has dropped off in their use of the middles in this set, perhaps because the serve receive isn't enabling them to use their middles as much as they would like to, and than they did in their game last week. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to bring the middles in a little bit more.
Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more out of system, or not out of system, but on imperfect passes, really looking to be aggressive with that middle option, because I think that is the way that South are going to get back into this game, or at least put a little bit more pressure on USC's defense. I think they need to look for that off the net B. They do run their slide very well, pretty often, so if the ball does get drawn either closer to 4 or even closer to 2, looking for that change of angle. I'd love to see them look for a different option a little bit more. I think they're a bit fixated on the A at the moment.
Yeah, I agree.
To see a good dig from the opposing middle in Rory there.
Yeah.
Allowing an attack opportunity for Ava, and she makes no mistake.
Some great cover there from USC. South was not giving that to them easily, and they were able to make something out of what sometimes looked like nothing just then. There were some rushed touches, but they were able to then slow it down and get the kill.
Yeah, USC out defending South, and now we've seen an out of rotation called against South. There's a little bit of confusion on the South side. I think they might be just looking to clarify exactly who it was, but it looks like it was the opposite, standing in between the or on the wrong side of the libero in Chloe.
It's a frustrating call at any point because it's such an avoidable error, I guess. But especially at this point in the set is just not what South would be needing.
Well, that was double contact. Called a little bit late there by Jackie, but acknowledging the appeals from USC on that occasion. Correct decision. Brings up set point now for USC, who have run away with this out of the timeout. It's 24 serving 13. And Rory on a little bit of a service run.
Well passed by Elke there.
Was, and I think she's found the hands.
No.
Never mind, that one goes long. So set number 2, going to USC again, 25-13. And once again, we've seen some subdued celebrations. USC not too phased by the win there. They're on a mission.
On about it, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking to get on with it and put this one to bed here in the 3rd set. So proper business trip for USC, looking to book their ticket to the grand final so that they can face Austral, who they faced last week and came up slightly short.
South definitely and understandably looking a bit more flat on their side, so they'll really need to dig deep here. But Taj Patterson is a very assertive coach. He likes to make a plan and stick with it. So I know he'll be hammering that into his players right now, what the strategy is and how they're going to do it, and it'll be up to the players to execute now.
Have you played under Taj before?
I have had the pleasure of playing under Taj in AJVC last year, when in the under-23 women's team, and we also got gold, but
hey,
not as convincingly as this year under Harrison Pay and Elke. But Harrison was assistant coach last year, actually, so he's racking up some golds at the AJVC.
And potentially another gold to add to the collection this year if Austral do get the job done next week against Norwood men after booking in their ticket to the grand final earlier today. So, yeah, pretty nice little trophy cabinet for Harrison Pay by the sounds of it.
I think South is trying to bring back a bit of that cohesiveness that's probably dropped off since the start of the game, when we were mentioning how they look like a tight unit. They'll probably be looking to dig deep and revive some of that energy. I think, as we touched on last week, though, the beauty of volleyball is that South can literally start fresh right now and can still win the game. So we'll see. Well passed by Elke there.
That's exactly right. We did see, like you mentioned earlier, we did see the South Adelaide reserves women yesterday come back from this exact position to win gold in the reserves women. So they're acutely aware of what they can do here and how they can still find a way to win this match as Elke comes up with a winner to open the 3rd set off. Nice little tip down the line. No one home. And just shooting it over the top of the middle there. So maybe a little bit of a miscommunication as to what that run was between Tyler and Scarlett, as they're just having a conversation now by the looks of it. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a reset here on a good pass.
There's the good pass. South with another opportunity here.
Oh, and a nice ball and a very intentional shot there to go off the hands from Elke. That's smart. So I said in the first set that she is very harsh on herself, I guess, with the choices that she makes, and on that occasion making a really good decision there in what was a little bit of an awkward position. Played the percentage off the block, came up with the winner. South with another opportunity out of system. Finding Sarah, so this looks much better. 4-0 to South, and USC for the first time in this match, really, being a little bit challenged, but thankfully for them, it is very early on in this set, so plenty of time to come back and put this to bed on USC's side, and for South, promising signs. Again, a little bit of a, oh no. Again, a little bit of a miscommunication, or, yeah, just middle not quite connecting on USC's side, but not to worry. South unable to make use of essentially the free ball on that occasion.
Alternatively, nice connection there. Off a bit of a strange set. I think Kim took that from quite low down. Vicky was still able to put that one away. I think coming off the tape a little bit as well.
Yeah, it was a very slow B, but Vicky turning it to 1 like we've seen a lot so far. So USC probably want to make an adjustment on that block. It looks like Vicky's definitely favouring that swing to 1. And for South, they need to find a way to keep getting her the ball because she is being very effective so far in this match. Oh, that was a winner the whole way. Great approach, great set. Could have hit that ball anywhere, Sarah Gould, but able to go across her body, down the line, big shot to wear for the defender in 5. Not able to make the dig on that occasion. Great swing.
Well blocked by Sarah there.
South coming up with a point. Extended rally. There was some good digging in there. One made at the end by Vicky. South Adelaide middle. Able to convert on the middle dig is always good. So South Adelaide definitely getting rolling now.
Good to see a middle run from South in the middle of that rally as well.
Oh, USC smart play. Tara having a swing through the middle of the court on that occasion. So a little bit of a combo. Good pass from Chloe at the start of that point. Perfect 3-point pass.
Very smart from Sarah Gould there. She just smacked one down the line before. Looked like she could have done it again, but just went for that tip because USC was not ready. They were preparing for another huge swing there. Good serve as well. I think South has definitely found their rhythm now.
Yeah, they're getting it done behind the service line, putting a lot more pressure on that USC passing lineup. They're getting some rewards off the back of it. Free ball on that occasion, well handled by Chloe. Kim able to set the long option and get that split in the block for Dana to swing through. So South Adelaide doing a much better job here. USC still not too deterred by the looks of it. They're still coming back. They've still got their heads up. Listening to Coach Rachel Taylor talk through exactly what needs to change here for them to pull back the momentum in this one.
Craig and Rachel Taylor, dynamic duo there. Also got Rebecca Reeve. So USC is in very capable, knowledgeable hands.
pretty good. Pretty good names on that bench. As again, we see free ball coming over to south side off the back of some really good serving, and an excellent middle attack to 5 this time. So we've seen it run to 1 quite often. Rory on this time, yeah, she actually stays cross on it. So she did block that 1-1. And good enough from Simone to turn that ball to 5 on this occasion, as we see a really good dig there from Chloe.
Free ball to USC here. Oh,
another great
dig.
touch, yeah. So this is more the South Adelaide we know, scrambling a lot better now, forcing USC to hit that extra ball, which is really important in finals. Keep challenging your opposition, don't give them too many easy points.
Great slide run, well dug by Sarah there.
South on the counter attack. Not able to generate too much. Swing through the seam there from Ava, and that ball going over our heads here in the commentary box. Brings USC 1 point closer, 5 serving 10. And a good dig there by Jasmine, good read.
Oh, well dug by Elke there.
And Ava on her knees, so option on the left-hand side is out. Has to go to Tara, but good enough to find the winner anyway. So USC come out of that timeout very nicely, 6-10. Done a good job to wrestle back that momentum, and now South feeling the pressure. They have to win this set to stay alive, and they've lost a couple of points in a row out of that timeout. So looking for their leaders to stand up here as Dana hits a big kill on a bit of a strange combo run, I think, on that occasion. Don't know if it was pre-planned or...
Got the job done.
Got the job done.
Very well as well.
Be interesting to see a replay of that one, but Dana not working too hard in transition there. Serves a good short serve on Ava. So it's actually a couple of passes in a row that Ava struggled with on that left-hand side of the court. So potentially looking to go after that a little bit more, South maybe.
Elke again with that tip. This time they're able to dig it up. Oh, not able to get a third touch on it.
It was fantastic tip cover there from Ava. She fully committed to taking that one, and it was just tipped by the middle blocker over her head, but she was fully committed to the dive and meant that she was taken out of where that ball actually got redirected to on that occasion. So
nice cover, Dana, on herself.
Not that time though. Caught on her heels in 6. That ball just landing in front of her. A great pass there from Chloe, so. Oh.
Elke with a over-the-head free ball kill.
That's a new one. We know she's got a big bag of tricks, but I don't know if she's practiced this one too many times. As we see it on the replay, what do you call that? Falling over windmill.
Reverse falling windmill. Great push there from Scarlett off a low pass.
Obviously a net touch called on South. Inconsequential in the end. So in cricket, we say there's no pictures in the scorecard. Do you think that's what Elkie would say on that occasion? Or do you reckon she'll be describing that one later on?
To be honest, if I was Elkie, I'd be describing it. It's pretty good. What do you reckon? One to forget or Hall of Fame moment?
I reckon she's moving on from that one.
It's the difference between Elkie and I, among many other things. Nice height from Sarah there, giving South an opportunity to slow it down a bit.
Oh, that's a fantastic change of angle there by Ava. It's not easy to catch Chloe by surprise, but on that occasion, got her right in the chest with what was essentially an off-speed shot. Just opening up her hand late, looked like she was going cross, but was shown the line and took advantage of it. It's a great swing. Maybe practicing for her beach volleyball later this year in the summer?
Perhaps. USC doing a good job of picking up a few more attacks that are coming through the middle in Vicky right at the moment. I think she's had a couple to 1 and a couple to 5, and all of them have been dug up.
Yeah, Tash, very animated conversation there with Vicky as well. So potentially just giving her some feedback on the hitting angles that she has, potentially where that USC defense is setting up. But South doing a really good job of controlling this set, I think. Exactly like we saw from USC the first 2 sets. They've got that early lead and they've just managed to just keep it sort of ticking over the scoreboard, that is. So not doing anything spectacular, just playing some better defense, as we see Chloe making a really good dig and Elkie chasing that one out the back. So nothing spectacular there, but forcing USC to hit an extra ball, and now they get a block touch and get an opportunity in transition. So yeah, definitely some better signs here from South, and USC haven't gone away. They're still playing at a really high level.
Yeah. Oh, some great touches in this rally.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ball. A little bit tight, but Dana done well to get that one over the block. Take out the setter in Scarlett.
Courtney going for that line shot that she loves, but just hitting it a little bit too low there.
And very long rally. South girls coming together, potentially in a bit of relief there. We've seen some hands on hips. Everyone working really hard. Takes him out to 17-10. Maybe a professional delay of game here from South Adelaide. Just checking the server. I think they knew full well who was serving.
Great serve from Elkie there.
Getting the ace, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
You're a little bit tired. That ace stance was certainly a little bit more reserved on that occasion. Again, forcing the error in the passing line from USC. Gets the free ball for South. Good speed on that ball to Sarah Gould, getting the split. And Rachel Taylor recognising this momentum shift. 19-10, South Adelaide fully in control of this one now.
I've only just clocked. It's Taylor versus Taylor here.
It is. It is Taylor versus Taylor.
Mum versus daughter here.
Mum and dad versus daughter.
Yeah, mum and, yeah, that's stiff for Dana.
Craig making his way onto the bench. Yeah, very intentional choice, I think.
Yeah.
Competitive family.
Either way, it will be some sort of celebration in their house tonight.
Or maybe at the Arkaba.
Or perhaps at the Arkaba, yes. Hopefully at the Arkaba.
They might have a bet going, little family bet. Winner buys dinner.
Yeah. Looks like Scarlett might be bleeding a little bit from one of her fingers. More blood roll in this game, or occurrences of bleeding, than I've seen probably all season. I'm sorry, in these 2 games today, Harrison Pay coming off in the men's match.
Yeah, so this could be a little bit of a delay sanction here. Oh no, so they're being called, looks like they are being called off of the court. So this is exactly what we were talking about in the last game. So protocol here, if there is blood, is to observe the entire court. So South Adelaide need to step off the court right now. So they're probably going to get pushed off the court, but maybe the refs don't think that it's that big of an issue. They should be checking the ball here as well, but...
Where's Josh Burrows when you need him? He's on the score bench.
It wouldn't surprise me if Jackie just calls the captain over here, because it was out of that timeout that they were providing medical attention. So
she's feeling nice today.
She is feeling nice. Potentially could have maybe had a chat or been given a sanction there, but never mind.
Great swing there from Dana. Oh.
Fantastic pickup by Courtney Green. Great pancake to keep the game alive. And Vicky finding the space to 5 this time. So she has made that adjustment. As we saw, the block did go to 1 after essentially 2 sets of kills to 1 by Vicky. Now freed herself up to attack to 5, and no pancake that time from Courtney. But phenomenal touch in the middle of that point.
Some more great touches here.
No. South bunched up at the net there for the block touch, essentially. And that one's just tipped into the open space by Tyler Kendall. And gets subbed off for her efforts. We've got Erin DeJager into the game now as the service sub.
She's done a good job.
And makes the dig, so great impact. See if she gets another one here. Oh, excellent one-handed set from Scarlett. Got herself into a strange position there, but able to use her good hand to push that one behind her head to Tara, who does the rest. In fact, I think that might have even been her bad hand. Doesn't matter. They make them tough at USC.
Oh, great swing from Vicky there.
Yeah, so a clear adjustment here for Vicky. Clearly going after that angle now to 5 after the adjustment from USC. So
Coach
Rory,
Taj be very happy with that.
And Rory for USC will be a bit perplexed as to what to do now. She's just seeing the ball get belted past her on both sides of her body. So interesting to see if we see another adjustment from USC. Yeah, good read there by Elke.
Yeah, South very aware and well adjusted to Courtney's preference for that line shot. Elke's been getting a lot up in that 22 defense there.
Yeah, so they're actually playing 22 defense just on that side. So it's a very clear defensive plan to adjust to the hitter. So Elke was staying cross on that ball from Tara, who has found that cross-court angle a few times now. So essentially just staying on the right-hand side of the court in 6. Good save there.
Back to the middle again, this time with the tip. This is that kind of middle efficiency that we saw from South last week and what we've been calling for the whole game.
Yeah, recognised the space opened up there. They've been really good on the hard-driven shots, South, Vicky and Simone. So obviously the USC defense has adjusted to that slightly, stepped back, wasn't expecting the off-speed, so just opened up that court for her to put an easy tip into the pot. Oh, big serve from Sarah Gould. Coming up with the ace. It brings up set point for South now, so massive turnaround in the first and second set. We had USC is 2 sets up after closing those 2 sets out with a very similar scoreline. So South completely changing the script here, flipping it on its head at 24-13.
Oh, some great touches there.
This is that defensive hunger that we wanted to see from South, getting a lot of good touches, like you said. Ball was pinging around at the net, and they were just able to get that extra touch, make USC play that extra ball, and actually were able to generate an attack for themselves, just not able to kill it. Good arms from Dana, gets it back.
So Elke is right under there, she's keen. I think when we talk about leaders who lead the team.
Yeah, and wants it here.
Who step up in those crucial situations.
I think Chloe might have just dug that into her own head there. She made a great move, potentially moved too well.
I think Elke's definitely got that desperation, and I think that will translate into some individual brilliance right now to help keep South's momentum going into the next set.
Yeah, 2 of the more competitive players in Women's Premier League, Chloe Jarvis and Elke Jarvis. I'm sure games night would be a lot of board flipping, a lot of table flipping in their household. I don't reckon too many games of Monopoly would have ended kindly in that household.
Might have been over like midway through, not made it to the end.
Yeah, smart shot from Dana, just going off the block there. And that'll close out this set for South Adelaide, taking it 25-16. So as we said, they've completely flipped this game on its head, doing what the reserves women did yesterday against your Norwood girls, Millie. Looks like they're going to be pretty keen on repeating that, getting a reverse sweep here. USC have got some thinking to do ahead of set 4.
They did do a good job just then in those final points at building some momentum to go into the next set. They're obviously a large margin there is the final score, but just to win a few points at the end will put them in a better position than probably they would have been in if they didn't get those 2 or 3 at the end there. Yeah,
I think at the end of the day, on their side of the net, they've still got an opportunity to close out this match, this set, and South don't. So I don't think they're going to look for too much. They're not going to go searching too much. I think it'll be pretty clear. Let's get back in system. Let's work a little bit harder in service reception and see if we can't get those splits on the outside by getting the middle involved a little bit more. So very mature lineup as we spoke about last week. Although they have got some younger players, maybe some less experienced players than they have done in the past, I think the experience in the group is still well and truly good enough to come out of this and go back to that first and second set mindset. So yeah, wouldn't be surprised if this one's a little closer. But for now, we'd like to say a big thank you to Arkaba, who is our presenting partner of the SAVL Premier live stream. Whether you are having an event or a couple of beers after work, feel free to get down to the Arkaba, book in a function room, just go there for a good time. Unsurprisingly, looks like no change to the South lineup. They're going with the same rotation again. And USC looking like they're opting for the same again as well. So both teams backing in their system, backing in their process. Bit of a strange game so far, Millie.
Yeah. I mean, it really looked like USC could get it done in 3. I mean, all the way up until the 3rd set, really. But it will be interesting because sometimes these games do end in a reverse sweep, and then other times it ends in just one incredible set, but unfortunately ending in 4.
Oh, that one is going to be called a double contact. Tara, not stoked with the call, but
I personally think that one was probably a double. I think everyone's been doing a really good job this game of keeping the sets very clean when they pass over the net. So I think set too high of a standard. And
oh, I like that. The pushed B. It's exactly the one that we were calling for South in the 2nd set in particular, but that imperfect pass and still being aggressive with that middle option. Very good run.
USC ready for that tip there after getting caught out by it in the last set.
Yeah, it looks like Jasmine in 5's made that adjustment. She stepped up. The base position looks a little bit sharper. So if they're going off speed or hard driven, she's in a good spot to make that touch. So USC, they've made those slight adjustments. Smart shot from Sarah Gold. In early, saw the whole court, saw the empty space. Good aggressive swing there from Courtney. She was up really high there. Didn't have a whole lot of court to work with, but just going off the block. South not able to control it on their side, so good aggressive swing from a bit of a compromised position. Great swing from Ava after passing her own ball.
She seems to thrive where she does pass her own ball. As we were comparing Ava and Ryan Scudder earlier, I think they're very similar in that sense that they almost hit better when they've passed their own ball and need to transition hard, have that really aggressive approach.
Yeah, it appears that way. Very strong arm swing on that occasion with the pipe. Barely any momentum through it, just all arm, all shoulder. A bit like Ruby Van Loo from Austral, has that incredible ability to just find a powerful winner from no transition and no approach. Dana Taylor on the other side is another example. They're just strong arm swings.
Ellis Levick just serving then. She just stepped back onto the court for Sarah Gould.
Great block cover from Chloe as she's crawling out of the way.
There we see that huge arm swing again off of limited approach.
USC really looking for her now.
South doing well to defend here.
And the overpass brings the attack kill from South after a really good extended rally. Some really good digging in there. Good hitting and good digging. Our commentary comrade in Elkie making a really good dig on that pipe attack from Ava. It's probably the hardest ball that's been hit today. And South still able to come up with the point. So they've certainly taken a lot of this momentum. We've got more spillage on the court. Might have been from Chloe's ray gun impression in the middle of that point on her back, sliding around the court.
Very well passed there. Some big blocking presences here, but just last couple of points, the ball just trickling down on the blocker's side.
Good pass there from Jasmine. Gets the single for Ava, and she's really looking to insert her dominance on this one now. She's not holding anything back. Talked about that strong arm swing, and she really let one rip there. That was big swing cross court.
Oh, another great push from Scarlett there out to Ava, who puts it away again. Oh. Great blocking from USC.
Came up with a couple of stops there, the USC block, and on Rory's serve again. They seem to love this rotation, USC. They've got back to 7-all here, so another momentum shift in this game. Looks like USC doing some really good things, and South just struggling to find that offense that they were so efficient with in that last set. So USC now take the lead at 8-7. Looking to close this one out. Another good block touch there from USC. Puts them straight back in system. A lot of ball going to Ava now, and she's coming up pretty good for USC, finding winner after winner on that left-hand side. So we've got a 9-7 lead now to USC as South forced to take the timeout. Not really any choice. They're up against it here. They must win this set if they want to book themselves a spot in the grand final next week. Otherwise, their season will end. And USC doing a very good job. What do you think they need to do, Millie?
I'm not sure. I think it's almost a bit of inconsistency in the pass. And I think South is very good at when that pass is coming in very fast. They're great at making something of it. But I think they could use a little bit more height to really open up their options here, because I think USC is being so aggressive at the net right now. They've got Scarlett, Ava and Tyler in the front. They're not going to let anything pass them easily. So I think South needs to put that first ball nice and high to really open up their offense.
Wouldn't be surprised if... Yeah, okay. Wouldn't be surprised if they go to Elke to get him out of this rotation.
Yeah.
And it would shock me if she didn't look for that tool on Scarlett. I think that's the best matchup for South at the moment. She's probably looking to get a bit of speed on that ball, give Elke a chance against that block, but come up with the error there. So it takes him to 8-10. So 1-all out of that timeout. I think South would take that.
There it is again.
And I think USC would take that. There's no answers for Ava Gabbert at the moment. She is putting the team on her back. She's determined to get a gold medal for USC next week. Good swing cross court from Elke, and well dug by Jasmine.
Oh.
Both teams handling this very well. And then just a slight falter by USC. Tara just not trusting that cover behind her. Scarlett made a really good read, really good move, and was right under it.
Sarah Gould stepping back onto the court now for Ellis Levick.
Yep, so just strengthening up that block, strengthening up that attack. Certainly a strong front court here for South.
Great run there. And I think Tyler will be really happy with that, because previously in this game, the middle connection for USC hasn't been quite what it usually is. So I think that'll be a real confidence boost, especially off the back of some big blocks through the middle as well.
And I like this sub. Courtney Green has played a fantastic game, but Erin Zajaga, she came on as the service sub in the last set, but now she's getting that opportunity in the front row just to see what she can do. So I like it. They've got a slight lead. They're 2 sets to 1 up. They can afford to make that change, see if it works going into the 5th set, if they do get pushed to that 5th set. So I think that's a smart use of your bench there from USC. Beautiful arm swing, not the best connection, but first swing, pass mark. So South just pegged that lead back to 1. 11 serving 12. And they go back to Erin, and wasn't the perfect set. She's done a really good job of controlling that one and finding the winner. So I like that setting option, but I also really like that swing. Instant impact, just come onto the court well. So we see another sub here.
Number 15, Ida Gebbing coming onto the court here. USC loves a service sub. Oh, and she's done a great job of it too.
Oh, it makes the dig. How many times have we seen that over the first 2 weeks of finals? Teams electing for the service sub in the middle.
Oh, and again. Great work there.
Well, you know what? Take your hat off, Ida. It's the 4th set. 13-11. Coming on as a service sub. Fantastic serve on best libero in the Women's Premier League in the last, well, 5 years at least. And then makes back-to-back digs.
Another great serve there.
Another good one. Chloe really committing to that.
Oh, Sarah Gould puts it away.
On this occasion, just caught a little out of position, maybe expecting that tip, but well done. Got them that extra point, so did her job as she gets all the high fives from the bench as she deserves. Well done.
Nice swing from Rory there, covered herself.
Yeah, really had nowhere to go. Sarah Gould with that help block. It was dark. So Erin not quite able to make that swing count. Good rally again. Both teams hanging in there, making some good digs. Looks like they're both just trying to take this one deep.
Just coming off Tara's hand a little bit awkwardly there. So wide, and that will give South the serve again. So Vicky Wright's going back to serve now.
You see South persisting with that serve on Ava. Trying to get her deep, trying to make it awkward on her platform.
Nice serve there from Tara.
Oh, yeah.
Chloe just ready and waiting for that one. That one goes just wide for Sarah there.
Yeah, lucky not to be punished on that. The tip was a fine choice, but potentially just to a bit of a nothing area. Had the hitters there to set, so getting away with that one, Scarlett. And on this occasion, USC not getting away with that net touch. Both referees in agreement. The net fault falls the way of South. So South 15, serving, USC 16. Another good serve on Ava and perfect pass. We see that super high swing from Erin. She's very long, long limbs, rangy, fast arm swing. It's a really nice looking action and able to get that winner down the line, Taj.
I was trying to call out there, but even he knew there's no hope.
It's always worth a shot. He's more confident on that one. And we see that sub reverse. So Erin has done a good job across the front row and Courtney's gonna come back in. Yeah, good serve by Dana.
That's almost an Elke maneuver.
So Elke just
That was
challenging the top referee there on the...
Scarlett with the, what do we call it? Reverse windmill.
Yeah, that's it for the set on this occasion. So, yeah, Elke was just challenging the double contact on, I think it was Ava in the end. It was a bit tight. There's Rory emoting to the camera. The timeout called for South.
South perhaps could be a little bit rattled like this, by this. Not to make it about Nord Premier Women's second win of the season in the final minor round game, but we had a call in our favour that was a bit of a contentious call about halfway through the 5th set, and it shifted all the momentum and we were able to run away and get the win. As I mentioned, second win of the season, so we were pretty stoked, but it definitely rattled South. And I think without that call, they definitely probably would have pumped us. So I don't know, it'd be interesting to see what happens here.
That is a crazy thing to bring up there by Millie Campbell.
I'm just quite topical. It's that point of the set.
And Rory has managed to bounce the ball onto her foot and over the barricades before she's gone back to serve. So we'll see if this rattles Rory, because we're talking about mindset here, as Millie Campbell's just brought up a win from 3 weeks ago that her team has had.
It was in context.
And South finding the winner out of the timeout as we move on from that one.
And I've been, proven wrong. They don't seem to be too rattled by that one. Must have just been a once-off.
So Simone Schubert back on serve now for South. Still 1 point back, 17-18. So the ball goes out to Ava and she finds a relatively easy winner cross-court. As we've come to expect with Ava. Can find a winner from anywhere. So the race to 20 is on here. USC 19, now 18 up. As South get the winner by the means of the middle attack from Vicky Wright. As the South bench holds up cutouts of Vicky Wright's face.
I love how there's 2 of them. They didn't stop at 1. Unfortunate service error there for South, which will make USC the first team to hit 20 in this set. And Ava, very reliable. Oh, right on cue. Very strong, reliable server. She's probably who USC would want to have there. I mean...
Yeah, 2018, I think USC would be stoked that Ava's on serve, and I think South are going to be hoping they can side out here very quickly because she's been very good at the service line, Ava, and she's made a lot of digs in 6.
Set just fell short there, and Sarah not able to do much more with it than that.
Taj willing his team along from the sideline here, so no timeout. He has full faith in them.
Well passed there.
There's a good attack by Vicky to 1, but a good dig by Scarlett, as we see an equally good dig by Kim Wigg. So both teams maybe perhaps stepping it up a notch out of this timeout as Courtney goes for that line and just misses. Great call by the lines referee. In a good spot to call that, and it's straight down the line that we're looking at, and I can confirm that that one was just out. So South now to 19 as they're chasing USC at 22. Courtney finds the backdoor winner on this occasion. Not gone after the line, saw the open court.
Almost hesitated in her approach, I think, or I don't know. Something looked not her usual approach, but it's paid off. Connor's laughing at me.
And down a big ace. Not what you want for South Adelaide, and massive advantage now for USC. So if it wasn't danger signs last point, it's danger signs now. Brings up a match point for USC at 24-19. So got a few in the bag, and Tyler Kendall's coming off the ace. She might just go back to that same spot and see if she can't get another one here to book their ticket in the grand final. Oh,
Dana way too chill about that one, I think.
Yeah, not tracking it to the line there. It's brave. Means Vicky goes back to serve, so.
The Vicky sign is up.
The Vicky sign is up, and this is exactly what USC will want. Potentially a weaker defense on South side.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter. There's been a net fault by South. And it's all over. USC have closed it out 25-20. Almost a bit anticlimactic in the end. We didn't see a big kill from Ava or Courtney or Tara or something like that, but a bit of a strange game. Really high quality from both sides, it has to be said. Fantastic game. And that will set our grand final for next week.
Yeah.
So USC
back into the grand final.
Back into the grand final. They just have a way of doing it every single year, don't they? What a phenomenal program that USC women's program is. Book themselves another trip to the grand final against Austral next week, and again, commiserations to South. They are, I guess, the sad story out of this. They've been there so many times, given themselves so many opportunities, and once again, not quite able to take it at the end of the day. So I'm sure there'll be a couple of drinks had at the Arkaba tonight from both teams. But USC ultimately coming out on top. Congratulations to them once again, and congratulations to all grand finalists for next weekend. We've got USC facing Austral, as we've said, in the women's, and then in the men's we've got Norwood, Millie's club,
yes,
who she rightly alluded to a little bit earlier after they had a win in the season apparently, so congratulations.
It's rare.
And they're taking on Austral men. So Austral, both teams in the grand final. That's pretty big by them. We didn't mention that earlier, but congratulations to Austral.
And we'll see you next week for both of those games.
That's it. It won't be the same time next week. It's actually going to be on the Saturday, so make sure you set your alarms for Saturday. I think 12 p.m. I think is the first game.
No, not quite. I'm pretty sure it's 4.
4 p.m. for the first game.
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Don't ask us. Check on the VSA website.
Check the website, check the socials. It'll be out there, and unfortunately you will have the displeasure of having to listen to us again next week. So instead of listening to the commentary on the live stream, come down to the lights and cheer on your team. But thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.